What's going on, world? So, Asman did a clip of Dr. Disrespect's live stream. I'm gonna go ahead and react off of this. The interesting thing is he finally gets to speak, and I think from what I'm seeing, he waited for a lot of time to pass, a lot of other stuff to go on, so he can actually speak his truth. Because when that type of stuff goes on, the world just goes insane at you, even if it's true or not. That's how things work. Personally, I don't think that guy did all that type of stuff. And I do feel like that there was some shade and manipulation done against him. It's definitely an interesting situation because he seemed like a cool guy. Like I said, he has a nuclear family. He's successful. He has his own whiskey business. I don't see why he would want to throw all that away for something that's stupid. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I think anyone logically in the same position would say the same thing. This is why we have to let both sides come out before we jump and be, insane and start making all these accusations. I mean, the industry is known for doing that. Hollywood is known for doing that. When you get famous, that type of stuff can happen to you. And usually it does happen to people who've never done that. This industry is, look, I'm not going to say definitely good because that's a lie. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to wait to see what he said because I always thought he was a funny, cool guy. He was, a Giga Chad. And, when I saw that, I'm like, I need to hear both sides first. I'll let the world do what it always does because it just, it always does that. But now it's time to see what he has to say. This is going to be very interesting. Like, subscribe, y'all, if you like this type of content. I'll be covering all types of controversy topics on my channel. I do also DEI exposure. I also do gaming content. I've only been doing this for about 6.5 months, but I've been gaming since 1994. So, yeah, I'm also, very good when it comes to reading people. It's a gift that I have. Uh, I write a lot of poetry too, so I'm a deep individual, and I'm not going to bullshit anyone. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's see what's going on here.
For almost 4 years, champs, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension. I guess since you all
right,
missed the point with my personal statement,
here we go.
maybe it's time to tell my side of the story.
Yes, 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 yes.
You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case.
Okay, right?
I respected those rules.
True.
My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement.
Right.
Okay.
However, if one side violated that confidentiality,
Then you can
then
say
the other
his
side could respond.
That's right. Okay.
And again,
Now this.
So he's just saying that they violated some things against him. They didn't follow their own protocols, and they probably figured out that what they accused him against, because this is what I'm reading, I can tell this right away. What they accused him against, they probably knew was not true, but something went through wrong. And now it's his turn to expose them.
This is all right.
champs,
Let's go.
again, I respected all the confidential obligations.
That's right.
But apparently, Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations.
Oh,
Cody Connors,
Okay.
by name.
ex-Twitch employee,
By name.
wasn't
Cody
even
Connors.
involved. Leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this? What was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in
Call him out.
2020.
Okay.
I mean, for what?
Call him
Cody?
a rat.
Why? Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions
Lies?
of accusing me, Cody Connors?
But didn't you?
You see, you don't know shit, and it was
So apparently there's lies coming out. So he's about to tell us something. That's very interesting because, oh man. Well, you know what? Let's.
obvious from your tweet You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages.
Okay, one lie.
That's
Do you
what
even
was
know what the
said.
legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch as Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone.
Okay.
You also
Okay.
said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized.
Yeah, you know what? That right there is a very serious matter. That says a lot about that dude. I wouldn't just call him a rat. I would say he's a damn snake. A rat is like snitching on somebody and telling somebody something that somebody did, but but a snake, yeah, that's a rat and a snake. That's some very, very serious stuff because you know what's going to happen when you do that. It's not a mistake. That was planned. If he didn't do that, and honestly, like he said, it's his turn now. I don't see why he would lie now because Twitch would have the truth to expose that. So I don't see a reason for him to lie about that. He didn't do that.
In my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't. Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch at the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but
It's
you're wrong.
true.
Lie number two.
Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person ever.
Uh-huh.
Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack.
Yeah, if it's not true, obviously, because those are some very serious allegations. So you're saying in his mindset, a man who's already married, has a career, who's already blessed, who's got a wife and a kid and a whole career, who's a millionaire. I want to go ahead and throw all this away and take the chance to be a scumbag that's going to meet up with a minor. Because first, in order for me to do that, I have to spike her up, take advantage of her feelings. Then I want to meet her and I want to, screw her because I don't plan on letting the world know this. If I'm going to do this, I have a wife and kids and all this. I'm just going to dump all this away and do that because one can lead to another. And that just would say a lot about his character and about a false mask. And he was not real this whole time. He's fake. And so if a lot of people react off of that, that's some serious stuff. When I thought about it, I'm like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till this whole thing comes out. I'm going to see what he has to say because in order to get the truth about something, you need the full picture. Looking at one side is looking at half the truth, and half the truth is lie. Definitely if it's the side that's lying. So that's why, we have to wait. And a lot of people in the world are immature. We live in a world full of hordes of ignorant people that are just going to jump the gun and be childish and then slam everything. And that makes a resentment and a buildup, definitely if it isn't true. So I know he's angry and he's raging. You can kind of see that. I can tell. I can see it. He just wants the volcanic snap. And he's right for that.
These big-time publications, these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now. Don't you think, champs?
There's a lot of that, yeah.
They act like they're just gossip channels now without any real journalism and real research happening.
It's called activism, brother.
Well, then what's your side?
Activists.
They reported on all this based on leaks from two former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team.
What happened?
If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth.
And what was the truth?
But apparently that's just too much to ask.
Where's the truth?
If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, one, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And
Okay, so that's weird. But that also says a lot about what they think about him. if it's not true, then what's with the allegations and why act off of that? We're gonna get to what he's saying after this too, but no, like let's just stop him right there automatically. So obviously he revealed those lies against him, which we just saw. But if they admitted that, oh man, that means that I think if he's smart, he's gonna try to sue them. That's some serious stuff, man. That's an assassination of character. That's one of the deadliest sins. Like, because you're just killing him in so many different ways. That's not cool, and I'm pretty sure everyone can attest to that. If this is very true, which I think I'm starting to believe what he's saying. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to find out more stuff, but I just don't think that he would lie about that. That's kind of weird.
Two, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM. I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened.
You're supposed to be one of the world's leading professional, outlets for broadcasting, entertainment, all types of stuff. I could believe that. I mean, look at Twitch itself when it was allowing promiscuity all over the world. I mean, it is corrupted. It used to be like that. So I think the people that would allow that and have it going to where it's at now, rather than being professional, are corrupt. I'm not arguing against that. That doesn't surprise me, but to do him wrong like that and dog him out like that and have the whole world look at him that way, oh man, that kind of just reminds me of Hollywood. You know what I mean? Oh man. But you know what? This will make him come back stronger. People will even have more respect for him, and now Twitch is going to have to find a way to remedy itself. And I think that if he was lying, Twitch will use it against him, and he knows that. So that's why I say, guys, like if we think about it, how is he lying? Oh man, that's tough.
I even used the word inappropriate.
1 second.
Purposely. And look at how it's defined by everyone, champs. Huh?
Yeah,
Including these
bro.
defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place.
You got to let both sides play out.
How would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words?
So what?
I'll agree with them because, once again, if you are professional and you are supposed to be in that position like Twitch is, and you admitted that those were not breaking any codes and that's not what he did, but yet you didn't let him speak, and then you threw the whole world against him and banned him, that's fucked up, man. I would be furious because I'm incredibly genuine myself. I don't see the point of lying. I don't see the point of being fake. I have the mindset, and I'm a God-loving individual myself, that I'm going to be who I am. And whoever loves that, loves me for who I am. Whoever doesn't, I got the truth. You have a problem with me. You know what I mean? And at least I have the honest answer of both sides of the spectrums, because the world is dualistic. It's duality. It's like and dislike. And it can change back and forth. But the point is, there's always going to be that other side. So I don't want to be fake having somebody like something is fake. I'd rather you like me for being who I am. And that just means I can be myself. And either you love me or you don't. Very simple. It's the way I go about it.
And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal.
There it goes. It's okay, bro. It's real.
See, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games and gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with the Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking no front page love. You're talking about the face of the platform.
So built up hate and resentment.
Literally.
He didn't want to show any love. I deal with that all the
face of
time.
the
I can
platform.
understand that. You can't trust those people.
And I know Champions Club remembers this. We got zero front page love on the website.
You know, like I said, when it comes to a true friend, it's easy to be a true friend when somebody's failing. But let's see how true of a friend you are when somebody's succeeding, when somebody's in the light, when somebody's shining, when somebody's doing good. Because that would show love. Because then if my friend was doing good or somebody was doing good in front of me, why would I hate on them? You know what I mean? That says a lot about my character. It doesn't say anything about them. And then I would go and do that, behind their back. It says a lot about the whole time. See, that's the demon of envy that was following him.
Was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy. And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed with Twitch in 2019, we asked for a new partner manager.
Okay.
And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting me banned. Coincidence?
That makes sense. Making all that together you just said. I got great detective skills. Now what else?
So now what?
The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case anybody missed that one. The Twitch user tells this ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told him clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged. On June 24th, 2020, Twitch's special operations team receives and reviews the user's report. They find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team.
Okay.
That would have been the end. That should have been the end. But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. He had it out for the two-time. He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team.
Right.
He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team.
Okay.
So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. Mind you,
How do you know that?
this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a multi-year, big-time arbitration, okay? And, you discover a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I guess that's how.
Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate.
Yeah.
Even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys all read those little articles, huh?
Yeah.
The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what? As far as I know, and over 4 years have passed, they didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement.
That's weird.
Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received.
Okay, so it was 16
Twitch
or 17.
makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third
So 16
party,
or
including
17.
the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
He wants to go Super Saiyan on them and throw a spirit bomb at them. Nah, but I understand. That's crazy. See, that's like them acting like they were, being justice and doing the right thing, and they had all the evidence that he did all those fucked up things, and they didn't need to even talk to him because we already know what you did was wrong. But while admitting that what they accused him with is none of it broke any laws, but yet they still went through with it and made it happen without his consent at all, without asking him first or anything. Yeah, that's crazy. The only reason you do that is if you got some live footage and you've seen somebody murdered somebody or somebody, you've seen it and you can show the whole world that he did that. But yet, it didn't. It's not like they had Mr. Beast intel, right? No, that's he's gonna have to fire back more than just this. Let's watch a little bit more. I'm curious to see.
I'm not going to get into every detail regarding my legal case, but these former Twitch employees that claim to have firsthand knowledge, they just don't have a clue.
Yeah, pretty much.
They didn't report any facts.
Twitch, what the hell?
The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal. So then why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers?
Look, Twitch was in a shithole too, and still is. They're not making the profit they want. If somebody can pay them a lot of money against somebody like him, but even then, he makes a lot of money off Twitch. So somebody must have really paid them an assload of money. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because why would they lose all that money that he was making when they need that profit? They must have took a huge check to take him down. It sounds like some left-wing type of nonsense. Far left. And like I said, when it comes to that type of world, it's been going on a lot lately. We can look at a lot of things in the gaming industry. What happened against Game Science, Black Myth, Wukong? What happened to a lot of other people? Like you see, these people in the gaming industry that are making up false sexual allegations against people and just doing that because they're not getting their way and they don't like people and they don't like how they're succeeding and they can't be a part of it. So that's a very common thing right now. So doesn't surprise me. It's happening here.
I mean, outside of the obvious. Just take a look at me. Right? Unfiltered. The realest motherfucker in this industry. 6'8".
Got some competition
Gorgeous,
for that, but you seem pretty genuine.
Successful college degree, college athlete, bourbon business, gaming studio, beautiful family. And trust me, we've worked hard for over a decade to improve as a person, a husband, and father, and to get where we're at today. I'm in such a good place.
Why would you throw that away for that? That would be stupid, bro.
And all these people, they all act like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
No, only the creator. Only light is, bro. The sun ain't got no spot on it. That's perfection.
I don't claim to be perfect.
No, because we want to grow.
Sometimes I do.
And build bonds, which we can have moments of perfection.
I also didn't do all the shit that they're saying I did. But then that doesn't make a story, right?
Okay.
They wanted media attention. The media wants controversy.
Oh, yeah.
And by sensationalizing all of this with big, inaccurate headlines like sexting and sexually explicit, you all got what you wanted at the expense of the two-time. The reality is, they wanted to cut down the doc. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Take a look at some of these horrendous acts of Twitch streamers that were never banned. I've got some examples right here. Example number 1. A streamer that frequently used the N-word while publicly streaming, which constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a meeting with the streamer to ascertain his intent to determine whether his conduct was a violation of Twitch's policies, ultimately determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies. Why wasn't I called into a meeting?
Uh-huh.
Why wasn't my intent taken into consideration, champ?
Because they wanted that to happen.
Example number 2. Streamer was reported for discussing doing things with deceased animals and discussing pedophilia, all while live streaming. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract.
You sick fuck.
Example number 3. Streamer was reported for a sexually explicit stream involving children and telling children to send Snapchats of them playing with themselves. Never suspended, but instead, given a multi-million-dollar contract.
Who was that?
Give us some names, man.
It's so obvious that certain Twitch executives, employees,
If you don't want to rat, I can understand
personal
that.
biases against the doc.
Because Twitch knows.
He used all of this as an opportunity to terminate my contract. Go back and look at the timing of all this, too. The doc's
But you can't expect corruption to be justice. It's always double standard, hypocritical, plain favoritism. That's all over the world.
termination lines up with 2 preferable, profitable, and expensive streamers leaving Mixer.
No, Shroud and Ninja. Yeah.
As soon as Twitch knew that Mixer had failed, and go look at the timing. These other expensive streamers needed a new streaming platform. So Twitch rushed through its decision to terminate the 2-time. You see, I shouldn't even be banned from Twitch.
Got to get the full truth first and act on it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's corruption. I agree with them.
It has affected us on so many levels. Back in 2020 and now in 2024.
If you did the right thing, you'll be remedied, bro. The universe is just.
And Cody, Connors, I just have to say it again. Why would you do this?
Was he going to sue him or not? Like
I said,
that's the thing.
This was handled professionally years ago.
Because you're
no
not going to
fucking
sue
wrongdoing.
him. Who cares?
But because of you, Cody,
Oh, here we go.
we just lost. Fuck, man.
Okay, you lost a lot of money.
Unfortunately, we have to lay off people from Midnight Society.
Yeah, but are you going to sue him? Because you have
So,
to.
what are you going to do?
Because of you, Cody.
He's going to sue for defamation? Yeah, that's what he needs to do. I mean, if
Yeah.
it's not true, he needs to sue him.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
You know, through all this, we are where we are.
What are my thoughts? I'll talk
I'm
about
like a
whenever
fucking
I
man,
finish.
I'll accept it. What I don't accept is sitting quietly by and let these idiots attack me with false accusations. No.
Okay. Then.
For all these doc haters out there, too, oh
Then-
man. The ones that project and project and project and project and worry about everyone else's problems, right? I can't understand that mindset. I could care less. We've always stayed in our lane. But somehow, some way, these people, they just get in our lane.
Tell me about it,
For
bro.
all you doc haters, I'm sure you'll dissect all of this and still find a way to publicly criticize me. Do what you need
They
to do.
don't want to look at themselves. They ain't even
I'll
close
say
to
this,
you.
this isn't for you.
Uh-huh.
This was for my team today, my community, my friends, La Familia that have supported me. And I'm not denying the exchange of whispers, champs. I'm not denying that to all of you out there. It looks bad. I have no way of knowing if the Twitch users thought our exchange of whispers was inappropriate. If it was, I apologize. All I know is that I never did what Twitch, Cody Connors, or the public is claiming that I did.
That's what matters now. Make
Are
your.
you going to show him or not? I mean, you got a screen behind
That's
you.
it. I'm not saying anything more about any of this, right?
So,
Unless I need to, because trust me, I have more I haven't disclosed.
Tune in next time.
I just want to get back to what we do best. Put on a show and climb our way to the tippity top of the mountain, man. In our own lane.
Okay.
Are you gonna sue him though?
All
Are you gonna
right.
Go after him.
That's it.
So you're gonna show the messages, or
Yeah,
are we
that's-
gonna sue Cody Connors? Here's what's interesting about Cody is that if Cody said something that he was sexting a minor and that he had intentions to meet the minor,
Does this happen?
if he said that and Doc lost money on it, which very clearly Doc lost money. You really think that Doc didn't lose money because of these accusations? Of course he did.
Yeah, that's obvious.
So if Doc lost money and the accusations aren't true, then how is this not defamation? And how is Cody not being sued into oblivion? You see what I'm saying? Because, like, in my opinion, I think somebody is wrong here.
Yeah,
Like, basically, somebody here is lying.
that's right.
Now, this is what I think happened. And I have to preface and disclaimer and say this is not what I am sure of, but
He obviously texted a person.
this is what this allegedly.
Let's try it again.
Dr. Disrespect said one thing in this stream that was incredibly revealing.
Take your time. Says 48.
He said that the person was not a minor in the place that they were at the time.
Velox Mortis, thank you.
Do you guys remember him saying that explicitly?
Yeah,
So the age of consent inside of the U.S. is between 16 and 18. Some states it's 16, some it's 18. To be honest, the majority are
weird.
actually 16. I could look it up, but I don't want to look it up for obvious reasons. A majority of the states are actually under 18 for the age of consent. That also implies that and assumes that he was talking to somebody in America.
yeah.
Now, he could have been talking to somebody overseas with a completely different age of consent.
Going on, man.
This is totally unknown.
Streaming, it's
But what I think is definitely known,
Alex anymore. I got rid of him.
and by definitely, I mean allegedly, hypothetically, theoretically, possibly known, is that the person was probably not 18.
Making sure that the camera's cut, the camera feed comes in clear.
Yeah, that's the only
I
thing.
don't think so. Who cares?
What?
I'm not going to tell you what to think. I'm not going to tell you what to believe. I'm not going to say
That does matter, but what matters is that when he's talking to them, because grown individuals, grown females talk to young people all the time, and there's a way to be sunny, but if he did any of that or any like type of consent, that does matter. But Twitch said, and so did the others, that they didn't see any violations there, and they knew the age of that person, obviously. But what he's saying is, I understand that is important at that time. I'm just like, okay, so. But the point is that did you do any type of flirting or any of that? Because you're a married man, you should never be doing any of that whatsoever, period. So that's the thing that I just want to see what the hell's going on. I want to see the text myself.
you
like my
need to
final
do
judgment.
this or that or anything. I am simply providing my analysis on what I think is happened and what I think it is. Now, whether you care or not, that's up to you. I'm trying to look at and see what the truth is, okay?
Pretty
Bans
much.
estimating stupid. Sexting is obvious, right? And so, because Cody Connors said two things that were,
Trickle on in, tippy tap toe in.
because, so he said two things that were apparently not true. But no sexting is what he says, right? Exactly. So
Yeah.
Cody says that he was sexting. Twitch says legally that he wasn't sexting. And then Doc also says legally that he wasn't sexting. So how is it that Cody doesn't get a defamation lawsuit for this? I
Agreed.
think Doc needs to sue him.
Can anybody
If you want to redeem your reputation, sue the fuck out of him and sue the fuck out of the other people at Twitch who said that.
No, that's the thing though, because like somebody's lying. I would say that Cody's lying myself, because if Twitch knew that he was doing that, they would have said that. That would have been a statement all over the world. Just use your detective skills. If he would have sent any photos, it would have been all over the world. But they said they were against both of those allegations, yet they still went against him. So that's where it's like that's where things become strange. And that if he was lying, they're going to use it against him because he know they would have evidence. So that's where I'm like, that just makes sense. So yeah, I think for him to make himself look even better, because there's some people that are like, whatever, I just want to get back to what I'm doing. I can take the money loss. I don't know. I wouldn't. I would go sue that motherfucker if that was me. You know what I mean? And get the best judges I can. And then everything's going to come out then, because that will make you look better, because then the courts are going to get to it and everybody's going to see everything. That is the most intelligent path to take, literally, to fix it all. Then now the judges come out and tell people. Everybody has to be truthful now. If they're not paid off, because, you know, court system isn't trustworthy either. It's a bad parody. But there's still some good judges, though, if you get to the right people. But it's just not common.
That's what you need to do. Because, like, in my opinion right now is that you're not showing the messages. You're not saying the age of the person. You're saying they were of the age of consent at which the place the messages were received at.
I just want to try out the Black Ops 6 beta
What?
live right now.
I mean, your whole career is massively damaged by this situation. Like, I'm talking about Doc's whole career is massively damaged by this situation. And Cody's is too, by the way. Like, I think it's probably going to be really hard for Cody to get another job now.
I don't think anyone's innocent, though.
Now that this has happened. Because, like, if you're working in a tech company, do you want to have somebody that leaks stuff like this working for you? Like, I'd be fucking terrified, right?
No.
I wouldn't want that. And by the way, I've spoken with Cody Connors before. I know him. I would not say personally, right? I think I met him once. But he's always been really nice and really kind to me. I've had nothing but positive interactions with Cody Connors. I worked with him on, like, a couple of things, like,
okay,
you know, like, literally over 5 years ago. So, like, I don't have, like, a vendetta against Cody. But I'm saying that, like, if this is not true, he needs to get sued.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a situation where, like, somebody needs to get burned at the stake, and it's going to be one person or another. Because
Facts.
somebody did something incredibly wrong. That's what I think happened.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to go on about explaining situations. But basically what I said is what needs to happen. All right, y'all, like, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll be covering stuff like this. This is very interesting. We're going to find out more things, you know, obviously later on, because he still has more to share. But I think if he really wants to clear up things, he needs to share those messages. And if he doesn't, then he just wants to avoid what Twitch slammed him with. But all in all, yeah, man, dude, like Ninja said, don't have any females and around. None of that, bro. You're married. Don't do that. All right, y'all. Peace out.